told you to your face, it was your fault. You made a mistake here. That you should have talked your son out of this because he's risking something being out of this fight game for 2 years.
My son did not tell me that. Look here, I'm just gonna tell you this right here. I believe my son can win.
Okay.
And that without a doubt. Look, man, you gonna see something you ain't never seen before.
I agree with that.
You done seen Floyd many a times.
Mm-hmm.
All you see, everything you saw was success. And I'm gonna tell you, there ain't gonna be nothing else but that.
It continues happening. I don't understand how, but Floyd has woven himself into a contractual boa constrictor and can't get out of it, and likely the only way out is to actually fight Manny.
Floyd Mayweather Sr. has now entered the conversation surrounding the highly anticipated rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao, especially after questions began surfacing about the status of the event and the reported Netflix legal dispute. Despite all the uncertainty, Mayweather Sr. maintains that the matchup can still happen. He is also extremely confident about the outcome, going as far as predicting that his son would control the action and eventually stop Pacquiao.
And Floyd Mayweather Sr. can take a punch.
I've seen him take a few.
This right here can't take nothing. I'm telling you right now.
He can't take nothing.
Oh, does that
Can't
mean?
take nothing. Don't do it, Pop.
Are you
I'm over here on my
suggesting
phone.
your son is going to knock him out?
Hey, that's very possible with him. With him, that's possible.
With him?
The situation became far more complicated after Floyd Mayweather Jr. publicly questioned whether the proposed contest should even be considered an official professional fight. His suggestion that the event could instead be staged as an exhibition appeared to conflict with what had previously been discussed between the two sides. That immediately created more uncertainty around a rematch that fans had already been waiting years to see.
Back to that Smear. What part did being after Smear kind of play in taking that fight?
Well, as of right now, we don't know exactly where the fight is going to be at. We don't know the location of the fight. The Sphere is one of the places that they talked about. So we don't know if it's 100% going to be there. And this is not actually a fight, it's an exhibition.
Okay.
So we're going to do it again, and hopefully we're going to entertain the people.
Right. And as far as that, what's it going to be like fighting him again, like 11 years later now?
It's just, I never really took any of, in the sport of boxing. Still extremely healthy, work out every day. And, I got an exhibition with Mike Tyson also, another exhibition in Greece. So if I'm just sitting at home and I'm just working out every day, spending time with my grandson and spending time with my children, I said, why not go out, have a little fun, entertain, and put on some exhibition.
Jazz Math, the CEO associated with Manny Pacquiao's promotional operation, responded with a serious warning. He argued that Mayweather could face major legal consequences if he failed to honor the agreement that had already been signed. According to Math, the situation could potentially develop into a lawsuit involving Netflix, with financial consequences that could become enormous if the contractual commitments were violated.
So this was never an exhibition. It was never going to be an exhibition. It was never signed as an exhibition. Manny Pacquiao has no interest in doing an exhibition with Floyd. And just for the record, what the public doesn't know, Floyd Mayweather signed not one, not two, but 3 different agreements on 3 different dates with 2 different parties that ultimately got intertwined in the month of January, and this is all related to his return to professional.
Math also pushed back strongly against the suggestion that the event was supposed to be an exhibition. His position is that the agreement specifically calls for a professional boxing contest and that the documents remain enforceable. He went even further by suggesting that Mayweather's desire to change the format could be connected to concerns about competing at his current level and potentially damaging the undefeated record that has defined his career.
I think our focus comes down to looking at this fight and trying to get this fight across the finish line. Is he scared? Why would he else make up trying to turn it into an exhibition? So exhibition is completely off the table. He needs to, If he wants to be, look, he claims he's TBE. All the guys around him that are on his payroll claim he's TBE. Everyone claims he's TBE, right? But when you really look at it, the fans know Manny Pacquiao is an 8th division world champion. Floyd Mayweather is not, right? Manny Pacquiao has certain accolades and achievements that Floyd Mayweather doesn't. Now, Floyd Mayweather has an undefeated record. So does Rocky Marciano. Great. He's not unique in any...
That disagreement over the rules and status of the contest could ultimately become the biggest obstacle to making the rematch happen. Pacquiao reportedly wants a legitimate competitive fight rather than an exhibition, while Mayweather has raised the possibility of a different format. If neither side is willing to compromise, the entire event could collapse before the fighters ever get back into the ring.
But Mayweather Pacquiao too.
Would you do an exhibition with him, or would you potentially entertain an exhibition with someone like maybe a Conor McGregor?
No, I don't like exhibition. Like I want if Mayweather is my opponent, I don't like exhibition. Like I want fight. Like there's a decision.
Right. And we hear you're quite the professional.
Wade Plemons has offered an even more controversial explanation for Mayweather's activity. He claims Floyd may be dealing with significant financial pressure, pointing toward alleged debts and questionable money management. From that perspective, the constant pursuit of new fights and business opportunities could be connected to the need for immediate income. Plemons suggests the financial urgency could even lead to risky decisions involving overlapping agreements.
Has absolutely f***ed himself in big 2026. It's because he's in massive again. Floyd is going broke. I told you this over multiple videos. I'm following up here to say it again. Floyd is terrible with his money. He owes a lot of people a lot of money. And I'm willing to bet Floyd Mayweather debacle of 2026 continues to get worse. He has, again, woven himself into a pretzel of contract negotiations and potentially breaching one, if not all of them, to satisfy the other contract negotiations or obligations.
Another debate centers on how Mayweather would actually approach Pacquiao if they meet again. Some observers believe Floyd would avoid extended exchanges and rely heavily on movement, defense, distance control, and counterpunching. Critics could interpret that style as excessive caution, but Mayweather Sr. sees it completely differently. He argues that the essence of boxing is landing punches without allowing the opponent to do the same, using positioning and intelligence to control the contest, rather than standing in the pocket unnecessarily.
I think I'm going to see a lot of duck and run, duck and run, duck and run. A lot of shoulder roll, duck and run.
Hey, that's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. How you think the man been winning all the time?
Hey, that's what he does.
His daddy taught him.
He runs great. He ducks
Sure
great.
do.
Yep.
And punch in the process.
And there's only one way.
You can say all what you want to say, but guess what? You can't win no fight if you ain't got no arms and no legs. So I'm trying to tell you trying to say Floyd is running, so that means he's running. That means he ain't fighting because he ain't got no arms to fight with. He ain't hitting nobody, so he ain't.
The controversy does not end with the Pacquiao agreement. Mayweather Jr. has also been connected to several other potential bouts throughout 2026, creating questions about whether those commitments could interfere with his existing obligations. If multiple contracts overlap, the situation could become increasingly complicated from a legal and scheduling standpoint. That leaves plenty of uncertainty about which events will actually move forward and which ones could be affected by the current dispute.
Floyd Mayweather's potential other commitments. This is a little bit of a finer detail to the Manny Pacquiao fight and why maybe Floyd was trying to get around the verbiage of a real fight and flat out scam Manny Pacquiao and Netflix into having an exhibition when that's not what they signed a contract for. This might be why, because, I had speculated Floyd didn't want to lose his O. He didn't want to be in a real fight because that jeopardizes his legacy, even though he says he doesn't care about legacy. But also, he needs money very, very badly, so he was going to try to do a workaround where he considers this an exhibition and maybe try to get it by Netflix in that same way. And they went, nah, dude, you signed for a real fight. Either honor your contract or we're going to court. And this might be why. Floyd Mayweather is dealing with contract complications that could affect his 2026 plans, including a potential rematch with Manny Pacquiao. Floyd Mayweather is dealing with growing uncertainty around his 2026 fight schedule, as multiple agreements, including a highly anticipated rematch with Manny Pacquiao, now appear to be in.
One of the fights now surrounded by uncertainty is the proposed Mayweather versus Mike Tyson matchup. The event had already been pushed back from its original April 25th date, and the ongoing issues involving Mayweather's Pacquiao agreement have only created more speculation about its future. With Floyd's schedule already crowded with potential appearances, fans are left wondering whether the Tyson event will ever receive the green light.
Adds more uncertainty. Adding to the situation, Mayweather has been linked to other exhibition bouts, including matchups with fighters like Manny Pacquiao. That is not an exhibition. Mike Zambides, pretty sure it's a kickboxer. However, those events have also faced complications due to legal and contractual issues. As a result, the possibility of Tyson-Mayweather exhibition remains unclear. Dude, it's not happening, okay? It's not.
Adding to the uncertainty, reports suggested that key elements of the Tyson negotiations were still unresolved, surprisingly close to the rumored event date. There was no firm confirmation regarding the venue, finalized agreement, or official commitment from both camps. That lack of concrete details made the matchup appear far less certain than the excitement surrounding it might have suggested. In other words, the event generated plenty of headlines before the business foundation was fully secured.
Just randomly this morning got up and thought, what happened to that Mike Tyson Floyd Mayweather fight that no one was asking for? Let's be honest. Am I upset that it's probably not going to happen? No. Is it obvious why it's not going to happen? Is it obvious why Floyd is doing these things? Because he needs money? That's why. But it seems as though the biggest cash cow in the room is him and Manny Pacquiao. And if certain articles are to be believed, and even Floyd's own words himself, there's a massive reason why Floyd can't and probably won't fight Mike Tyson. And it's a very simple one that we all should have seen coming. Let's take a look at this. This is from Alexander Rasquez. Now again, this is on April 17th. Remember, this fight was supposed to happen. Let me make sure I get it right. This fight was supposed to happen on April 25th in the Congo. And legitimately, when this was announced, this is the last anyone heard of this fight. This was a little more than a month ago. And since they announced it, no weight limit, 8 rounds.
There's also speculation that Mayweather's current situation could be influenced by the desire to generate additional revenue quickly. That would help explain why his name has repeatedly surfaced alongside multiple exhibitions and possible matchups. Trying to pursue several opportunities simultaneously can create problems, however, especially when contractual obligations overlap. With promoters and advisors potentially pulling in different directions, the Tyson event has reportedly remained stuck in uncertainty, making its eventual realization increasingly difficult to predict.
Absolutely nothing about the fight from that moment forward. And the only reason I can think of for why that's happened is because the fight's not happening. Again, this is from Alexander Rasquez. Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather exhibition remains uncertain after the latest update. What's the latest update? It's far from finalized. This is from Amir Adala. He said, he addressed the situation, making it clear that no official agreement is in place. Quote, no, that is not definitely happening. It is pending a lot of things. It is pending a lot of different things. There's nothing definite, guaranteed, concrete, Adala said in an interview with Boxing King Media. This update comes after initial reports linked the exhibition to a possible event in the Democratic Republic of Congo. However, ongoing logistical and contractual hurdles, along with Mayweather's other potential commitments, have cast serious doubt on whether the fight will materialize. Talks exist, but no deal in place. Let's hear Mayweather's other comments in a second, because as we know, when Floyd starts talking, the money dries up. When Floyd starts getting out there and saying things in the public that are not true about the contractual obligations he already has, things tend to deteriorate. Either he gets sued, or he gets taken into arbitration, or he actually has to abide by the contract he's trying to actively diminish.
Simon Jordan views the proposed Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch primarily through a commercial lens. He questions whether there is still a genuine sporting reason to revisit a rivalry from years ago, particularly given where both fighters are at this stage of their careers. Pacquiao has continued competing well beyond his prime, while Mayweather's post-retirement appearances have largely centered on exhibition-style events, including his famous meeting with Conor McGregor. Jordan believes that modern boxing has increasingly embraced the entertainment model, with platforms such as Netflix looking at fights according to their ability to attract viewers, create global attention, and generate business. From that perspective, the commercial value of the names involved may matter more than whether the contest represents elite competitive boxing.
Had a fight recently, hasn't he, against Mario Barris, who's just lost his title to Ryan Garcia, deservedly so. And that was a draw in which most people saw Pacquiao at the end of his career, saw what was left of him, and were not too happy that he came back again. Floyd Mayweather has had a variety of different bouts. I mean, I hear that he's going to fight Mike Tyson. I don't understand what that thinking is. Or an exhibition. We've seen him fight and hold up Conor McGregor in an exhibition fight. It's Netflix building entertainment models around sports. Sport is entertainment. It crosses over. Netflix have got a proven model of success that ultimately they invest some money into these sort of things, whether it's Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson or Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. They'll look at their lifetime value of their average subscriber, not every subscriber, but their average subscriber, and then they multiply it by the amount of subscribers they think they're going to get as new ones, and they make.
Manny Pacquiao has offered his own explanation for why Mayweather continues to describe the potential rematch as an exhibition. Pacquiao believes Floyd is protecting the most famous statistic attached to his career, the unbeaten 50-0 record. In Manny's view, that perfect mark is not simply a number. It is a major part of Mayweather's legacy, brand, and earning power. A defeat could potentially damage the image of invincibility that helped Floyd become one of boxing's biggest commercial attractions. Pacquiao therefore suspects that an exhibition format would give Mayweather a way to compete without placing that historic record at risk. That accusation has added another layer to the disagreement, with both camps presenting very different explanations for the proposed rules.
Signatures on this contract?
Floyd's signatures on multiple contracts.
And it says professional fight.
Professional fight.
Why do you think that Floyd is now saying, after he signed a contract for a professional fight, no, it's an exhibition? Why do you think? Do you have an opinion, a theory?
I think he's scared of losing. I mean, he's scared of losing because that's his, his leverage for, to go around and have exhibition because of his undefeated record. But if that record will ruin, then what else that he can leverage for to go around and have an exhibition match?
I mean, he could leverage what you do. You've lost fights because you fought everyone, right?
Yeah.
So you're still one of the greatest fighters who ever lived, and you can leverage the fact that you're Manny Pacquiao. But you think it means that much to him to be undefeated, that even though there's so much money on the line and he's already signed it, he now wants it to be an exhibition?
Then, that's I always say that, it doesn't matter if you're an undefeated fighter, and you are. Yeah. What I can say is like he's a self-proclaimed.
Regardless of the controversy, a Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch would still carry enormous commercial potential. The history between the two fighters, their global fame, and the sheer curiosity surrounding a second meeting could make the event a major worldwide attraction, despite both men being far removed from their physical primes. Mayweather has also remained connected to exhibition events throughout 2026, including the reported matchup involving Mike Tyson, while further appearances could potentially follow. Because Floyd and Manny remain two of the most recognizable names in modern boxing, even an exhibition involving them would likely generate tremendous media attention. Critics, however, continue to argue that these events are driven more by entertainment and financial incentives than by serious championship-level competition.
Be a mega event, doesn't matter how old they are. They're the two biggest names in boxing today, even if they aren't, necessarily the most active fighters. And Mayweather's gonna have his exhibition with Mike Tyson in the Congo in April. Pacquiao's gonna do one in Vegas with Ruslan Provodnikov, and then they're gonna go towards the fight.
I don't know how you do an exhibition with Provodnikov, by the way. I don't know if I would do that.
I won't do that.
Man, he's not pulling punches.
Can I ask exhibition with that's like an exhibition with Drago, or I'm gonna do an exhibition with a wild tiger and a kid, like Provodnikov.
Jazz Math continues to insist that none of Mayweather's recent comments have changed the official position of the Pacquiao rematch. According to Math, the agreement remains active and legally enforceable, with the intended contest being a professional fight rather than an exhibition. He claims the parties involved signed binding documents confirming those terms. Math further argues that Mayweather's attempt to redefine the event could therefore represent a direct conflict with the agreements already in place. He also stated that Mayweather signed multiple contracts on separate occasions with different parties, all connected to the same professional matchup. According to Math, those agreements were formally executed and supported by financial advances and legal documentation, making it difficult, in his view, to argue that the terms were misunderstood.
Number one, as we stand, this fight is not canceled. I know that there were some things spreading around, some boxing news outlets and stuff yesterday. It is not canceled in any way. Floyd Mayweather is in a breach. He is officially in a breach. He's been in a breach since the day he went out and said what he said on Saturday, but he's officially in a breach as of yesterday. He has a cure period. There are certain things that he needs to do, and he has multiple breaches, not just one. First one was on October 24th. The second one was on November 6th. Third one was on December 14th. He received money for all three agreements when he signed them, okay? Not only that, he's taken an advance on his purse on this Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, okay, on his fight against Pacquiao. So there's another lender also that's now involved in this, okay? So him saying that it's not at the Sphere, him saying that there's no real fight.
So where do you stand on the entire situation? Do you believe Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao should meet again in a legitimate professional fight? Or is this entire saga ultimately about business, negotiations, and psychological games? Share your opinion in the comments and let everyone know how you think this story will end.